Hey everybody, it's Kim, and we are back in Kim's kitchen to make another great recipe. So glad that you can join me. For those of you who don't know me, I'm a certified stress and weight management health coach, helping people eat nutritious foods to lower their stress level and manage their weight better. So today's no different. And today, grab a pen and paper. We are making a salad. So it's an Arabic salad called tabbouleh, okay? And you can spell that T-A-B-O-U-L-E-H, or you can spell that T-A-B-O-U-L-I. So let's go over the ingredients. We have 3 parts to this recipe: a little bit of cooking, a little bit of salad dressing to go on the salad, and of course, a lot of chopping of our vegetables. So let's roll up our sleeves and get started with what you need to cook this recipe. So the first part will be quinoa. Because I'm a wheat-free person, I'm going to cook this recipe with quinoa when it's traditionally cooked with bulgur, which is a cracked wheat. So I'm going to take 3/4 of a cup of quinoa. I'm going to put it into this little jar and fill it with water because the quinoa needs to be rinsed. So I'm going to continually take the water out, and when I'm done taking the water out and rinsing it all, then I will put the quinoa into the pan. So I will put water in here, quinoa in there, 3/4 of a cup of quinoa. And then we're going to rinse it, drain it with a little mesh strainer so we don't lose any of our little quinoa, and then put it into the pan. After I have it all in the pan, the way to cook quinoa is to double the amount of quinoa you're using with the amount of water you're using. So we're using 3/4 of a cup of quinoa, so twice that is how much water? That's right, 1.5 cups of water in the pan with the quinoa. Bring it to the boil on the stove, boil it for 8 minutes, and then turn it off and let it sit for 5 minutes, and then put it in the fridge to cool. Okay, so we want it nice and cold. So that's why we're starting with this one first. The next thing that we're going to do is chop up our vegetables. So what I have here is 2 big bunches, because remember, I love sharing food. So I'm going to use 2 great big bunches of parsley. I've already cleaned them. I've let them sit in water overnight in the fridge, so they're all nice and cold and ready to be chopped. Looks like a lot of parsley. Yeah, it is. We're going to have a lot to chop. And we're going to have a lot to share afterwards. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to chop things up, and I'm going to chop it up finely, and I'm going to put it in this container so that I can mix it up easily after I'm done. The other thing I'm using is tomatoes. So you can either use 4 tomatoes or 4 large tomatoes, or I'm going to use 16 of these small tomatoes. I just love these Campari small tomatoes because they're very, very sweet. So I can chop those up, skin and all, just take out the little bud end at the bottom, and I'm going to chop them back into this bowl. I'm going to wash them and chop them back into this bowl with a strainer over top of the bowl so that it'll catch all the excess juice. All right? So the next thing I'm going to chop also too is a bunch of green onions. So here we go. I'm going to take the ends off them, clean them up, and give them a good bath, and then chop it up really finely also. So those are the vegetables, and then we'll go on from that to the dressing. So the dressing, I've got a small jar to mix the dressing up in. First of all, I'm going to put some Himalayan pink sea salt in my grinder here and grind it up to a powder so it mixes better in the dressing. And I'm going to use 1 teaspoon of salt. Then I'm going to add in 1 cup of lemon juice. Stir it up. Or you can use fresh if you like, but 1 cup. And then I'm also going to add in 2/3 of a cup of extra virgin olive oil. And I'm going to put it all in my jar, shake it up. Also too, because I'm not using any mint right now, if you have some fresh mint, you can chop it up and use 2 cups of fresh chopped mint. But because I don't have any of that, I am going to put peppermint drops right in my doTERRA peppermint drops, of course, they're quite edible, inside of my dressing. And I'm going to use 3 drops. So it's going to make my salad just burst with flavor. So here's everything you need to cook what you need to make your tabbouleh. So let's get going. Go get your stuff. See you in the next video. Before I see you in the next video, I'm going to be cooking up my quinoa. So when you come back, I'm going to be chopping up vegetables so you can be more sure about how to chop up your vegetables and what's it going to look like. And we'll see you back next time. Hope you're enjoying it. Hope you're having fun. Looking forward to you really making yourself a great dish. So simple. Okay, we'll see you in the next video. Love you. Bye for now.